यद्यत् आचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तत् अनुवर्तते. So now person who is Shrestha, Shrestha means uh, who is who has attained it, person who has attained the highest, Shrestha, isn't it, superior person, that is also followed by others, isn't it, a superior person, one who is a leader of the nation, who is prime minister, who is, everybody wants to follow him, because what is the standard he demonstrates by action, people will follow that. That is what Krishna is saying, because that he is telling this to Arjuna, because he has told Arjuna that if you do not follow the responsibility or your role, swadharma, then people will also not follow you, because you are in that position, you are the Raja. Yatha Raja Tatha Praja, isn't it? Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. However is the leader, so is the so are the subjects. So whatever the king practices, others follow. Similarly, when a person starts doing greater things, then people start following him, and he has much higher responsibility. For example, a mother, a teacher, a film star, yes or no? Don't we all look at film stars and see what they are doing? Don't we all look at basic? Let's think about our mothers. Whatever parents do at home, we try to emulate them. So it's a very big responsibility on the. Am I audible and visible? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
whatever the mother does, mother is a shrestha for a baby. Whatever mother is doing, the child will follow. So we must be very cautious in whatever we talk, however we act. Similarly, teachers also. Students or children will not listen to what you say. It's not the preaching, but it should be shown in our action. So that is what Krishna is saying. So very beautifully, whatever we speak, no, again as I said, highest this thing, professionalism, all lessons of professionalism is being told by Krishna. So Sreshta means one who holds higher position in terms of money or political power, or whoever has more of these we follow, isn't it? Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, started doing yoga, and it became so popular, isn't it? He set the standards. So likewise, and of course his actions were also like that. We don't follow any political leader unless we see something good in them. But this was something good, his other actions were good, we considered him as Srestha, so we started following him. Now, in the life of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also, very interesting thing happened. So during those days, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has taught two things: Kama, Kanchana. Kama is excessive desire, of which lust, bodily desire, also one part of it. Second thing is Kanchana. Kanchana means wealth. So when he got married. He was a householder, and Sharda Mani came from a different place, and he knew whom he had to get married to. He tells his parents, "There's a girl living there. Please go, and all of you, please read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Beautiful book, very good sayings are there." So when she comes here, and then after she matures, that means she attains menarche, she is an adult now, so they bring her to her husband's place. Those days there was child marriage. So once she comes here, and they want the normal family people, they assume that he is a man, she is a woman, both have come to an adulthood, and naturally they are going to settle as householders, they are going to have children. But Sri Ramakrishna, uh, he is Avatara Purusha, and he is born to transform. In this Avatara, he wants to transform people. And he says, if I get married, my focus will be towards my children, my family. I will become self centered. So, better I should not have children. But he himself has asked his parents to get Shardamani, and he gets married to her. Now, what is that he is going to show to the society? So, what he tells her is that I have got married to you as my dharma, means my duty. I am supposed to have physical relationship with you and get children. But I intend not to go in this direction, but let us live as husband and wife and be a role model to people by not having any physical relationship. Are you okay with that? Because day in and day out devotees will come. We have to guide them. I will also guide you. After me, you are the one who is going to lead them. Beautifully, this has happened just in last century. Then she initially she will not understand. After a while, she understands. She says, "Whatever is your wish and will, I will follow that." Then to some devotees he has told, "Why I did not have a." Somebody asked him, "See, if you had physical relationship with your wife, that was not wrong. It was not adharma. Why didn't you do that?" But he says, "My principle is kama kanchana. Kama is the men. Many of the people, men, behave in a lusty manner. They have extramarital affairs. They think enjoyment, sexual happiness itself is the final. I wanted to show them that a man can still be happy without having it. In spite of having a wife with him, we can control these desires." Then they say, "Okay, you could have told that not to have extramarital affair. You could have shown by being loyal to your wife, just as Sri Rama did it." Then he says, "Being in that position when people are looking up to me, if I want somebody to follow something, I should be doing it 10 times. That means if I am not having a physical relationship with my wife and I am going to prove it, so people will think at least I should stop having extramarital affair. At least I should stop going to for prostitutes and all that. So at least to some extent." In other words, if we have to be role models, we should first implement it in such a magnitude that people will start following you at least 1/100th of that. If you want to be a leader, you should implement in a very big way. And everyone cannot achieve at the same standard. Even if they follow 1% of that, that is more than enough. So this is the, I am referring to this book, Bhagavad Gita, but this is from Swami Ranganathananji of Ramakrishna Mission, very beautifully. But this explanation I have taken from Gospel of Ramakrishna. So so Shrestha, this is a message for us. If we want to be, if we want children to be on, if our students to be on time, we have to be 5 minutes early if we want them to be exactly on time. If we want people not to tell lies, then we should never be able to, at least if we don't tell lies at any point of time, then we can expect others to do. But if we want them to follow something as mother, as teacher, as leader, then we have to follow. So he says in that shloka, people will follow sa yat pramanam kurute lokastat anuvartate. Anuvartate means they will follow. So whatever preaching we have to do, we should do it in action, not in words. What you preach, you should show it in action. So that is a meaning of this 21st shloka. So that is the thing. Now coming to 22nd. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एवं च कर्मणि. So what he is saying is, I need not Partha. Partha is the name of Arjuna. I have no duty, nothing that I have not gained, and nothing I am yet to gain. Name Parthasti Kartavyam. I have no duty. Trishu Lokeshu, in the 3 worlds. 3 worlds means what? They say Prithvi Loka, Patala Loka, Swarga Loka. Alright, Trishu means you can imagine there are different worlds, different universes, Kinchana. Then he says, I have Nana Vaptama Vaptavyam. I don't have to gain, I don't have anything yet to gain. In the 3 worlds, yet I continue in action. Krishna, as I said, is Parabrahma himself. Then what is it that he has to do? He can just relax, no? If you consider him as a creator, then he has already created. He has already made laws of nature, laws of karma. Everything is like a computer programming. If you do this, you will have this. If you do this, if you think like this, it will go in this direction. If you choose the right path, then momentum it will pick up, everybody will join, you will get good support and you will go in that direction. If you choose the wrong path, so all these are done already, then why he has to still work? Why he has to still work? So because he says, Yadi, in next shloka he says, Yadi hyahyam na varteyam jatu karmanya tandritaha मम वर्तानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. Because Krishna considers him, that people have thought about him as Shrestha. Now if he only is not performing actions, what about others? There are people who are observing him with a I mean, they know that he is something different in that avatar I am talking about. Leave alone as a Parabrahma. If you think of Parabrahma, then what is God sitting and doing? Has created us. What is He doing? Anta Kelidru, there is an answer. And if you see what Krishna is doing now, right now, if Arjuna, Gopika, Striya, and Radha, I mean, all those people in Mathura, Dwarka, if they see, they observe him, then also he has performed some actions. Do you know that Krishna, though he was a, you know, though he was Avatara Purusha, he knew that he is Avatara Purusha, yet he performed, he had a disciplined routine. What was his routine? If you see Bhagavad, they give what is Krishna Avatara, this one chapter. So what Krishna used to do, as soon as he gets up, he used to get up. He is a Kshatriya and he is a householder. That means he is not a sannyasi. He has 16,000 wives. How did those wives come? You can read in detail. It is not out of passion. Whenever he went to, save somebody, one second, this battery is going up. One second. So what he would do is get up early in the morning at Brahmi Muhurta. Brahmi Muhurta is at 3 o'clock. I think you all know about that, no? So if you want to follow Krishna, I think Peter is getting up at Brahmi Muhurta, isn't it, Peter?
Very close.
Yeah? What time do you get
Very
up?
close. Brahmi
Okay.
Muhurta.
Okay. So they say Brahmi Muhurta, you need not put alarm. The what is that called? Crowing of the cocks, no? Cuckoo anta anatala. Naturally, I don't know. Nowadays we don't hear that. I think we hardly hear. We don't have those hens and cocks around. So that is 3:30 they get up. So he used to get up at that time. He used to meditate, and then what he will do? He will take his bath. I wrote it down actually, and tarpana, offer prayers to sun god and other gods, and chant Gayatri mantra, and then probably he has his breakfast, and then every day when he was a king in Dwaraka, he used to give he used to donate godan. He used to give cows fully decorated to the deserving people called brahmanas or a brahman, whatever, whoever is deserving, not by caste. And then what he would do is, after that he takes his bath, and then he applies sandalwood paste. He will decorate himself. Krishna is a very very handsome fellow and always comes fully decked up, isn't it? Even when he was small, he used to have that what is that feather, no, peacock feather on his crown. He used to go with that tulsi mala, with his anklets, all that decor. He was very fond of presenting himself in the best attire. So all that he has done, he could have just left. I am the creator, I am the God, I need not do. No, mama vartanu vartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. People will follow whatever I do, because when they are looking up to me, I better do this. This is what they are, he says. So, and then he will go with Uddhava and Satyaki on a chariot. The chariot was driven by a person called Daruka, and after that then he goes to his darbar. He sits there, and he, as a king, he performs all the activities. This is what was his routine. So he says, as a king also I have performed so many actions. I have to perform so many actions because people will follow whatever I do. Now apart from that, now let us think the things which are happening around us. Okay, so every morning the sun rises. There is a pattern. The sun rises, the sun sets, the moon comes. Whatever be the situation, there is a particular time of sunrise, sunset. There is a wind blowing, there is water. These are called five elements, natural elements. There is a fire, there is a wind, there is a mud, and the floor, I mean the prithvi, the earth is maintained. And what else? There's energy everywhere. And what is that? Prithvi, the earth, the fire, the water, the wind, and the space. These are 5 basic Pancha Mahabhut. 5 basic. Everything is functioning. We have water, we have the vegetation, we have food to eat. Nothing is, nothing is deficient. Constantly it's being made available. Constantly the sun rises. So what is this activity? This is nothing but the activity of God Himself as Prakriti, as nature. We have discussed before how was the Srishti and all in Bhagavad sessions and all that. That we will not discuss now. Anyway, we are going to read that in 6th and 7th chapter. So, why he has to do that? Because he has already set that as a system. So, Krishna or Parabrahma or the nature, it is functioning irrespective of whether we sleep or we get up or we laze. They are performing their duties. And looking at that nature, we should get inspired and we should follow the working of this nature. The working, and we must sync ourselves. Actually, what is happening is that only. And because we have not synced ourselves with the nature, we are suffering from various physical ailments. That is called circadian rhythm. I am coming to that. Circadian rhythm is you get up when the sun rises, you sleep when the sun sets, or reduce your activity when the sun sets. Tune your body's functions according to the day routine of this nature. But nowadays, what we do, we sleep at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, get up late. Very few people like maybe Pancharatna and Peter and people who are logged in from USA, they log in early in the morning. So apart from only these few people are able to follow. Otherwise, we have disturbed that circadian rhythm, which will disturb our mental process, physiological functions. That leads to altered physical health. So basically, I think we will wind up today at this. We have completed. We can have some time for question answers or interaction. Therefore, the take-home message is that karma. Apart from whatever we have revised, so Krishna in today's he says that you must follow karma as a path for liberation from sorrows. If you take your activities, whatever you are doing, they are themselves going to be a de-stressor for you, provided you perform these actions with a different mindset. ಅದೇ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೇಮ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Change your perceptions. As yajna you perform, and take only control over the actions, not on the results, and try to go higher and higher. If you want your subordinates to perform best, if your team members, then you do it to the best possible manner, because they will follow you. And with this only, and not only that, surrender everything to Him, offer everything to Him, and remember, when you perform whatever responsibility you have been given, only then this ecosystem exists in a perfect balance, and then you will live in what is called symbiosis, isn't it? Symbiosis is living in harmony with the nature, with the people. It will happen, Arjuna, he says. So with that, I think today I will stop, because we revised, I couldn't take beyond this. We shall take the other chapters, other shlokas in the next class. So now it's open for discussion.